Okay, guys. As I mentioned, obviously, today it's going to be from now till about 45 minutes, hopefully, which we are going to aim to finish before 1 o'clock. But just to give you the full layout of today, Tara, if you can go to the next slide for me, please. Okay. Well, like I said, with the Youth Promise Plus project itself, we have many provisions running under one umbrella, as well as partners from Birmingham City Council to Solihull that have, there's some of them that have joined us today to let you know what we've got to offer uh, around the city itself, as well as, around where you live. Right, the very first thing we're going to do is just give you an explanation about what Youth Promise Plus is about. Obviously that's the main reason you're here today. We will talk about like it's Birmingham City Council, the Work Ready team where I work with my colleagues Sadia and Kuldeep, and as well as Solihull, what they have to offer. Okay, right. We've got some colleagues from Better Pathways that have come on board just to talk about mental health and how they can support you. So if there is any barriers that you're facing regarding that sort of aspect, they will be discussing this just a little bit later on. And we've got Department of Work and Pension. They'll be talking about Kickstart program. I'm sure it's out there. Rishi Sunak has mentioned it not too long ago, and now it's actually in place for young people who's looking to go into work and get some experience. Okay, so obviously Alison and Yasmin will talk about this a little bit later. I've got Saab, our colleague from Prince's Trust. Again, not only will they be talking about Youth Promise Plus, but they've got some great training provisions, get into programs and many other aspects as well, which she will mention to you as well. And lastly, but not least, we've got digital innovators. We've got Christine, Pete, and Chris that will be talking about some great opportunities with them. So if you're looking to just start from the basics of IT, even to the guys who have graduated out there, there's some opportunities for you guys through digital innovators. Okay. Now we want this to be an interactive session. So please look, I'll go through how you can write on the chat box. Keep it clean because we do have colleague who's monitoring this. So you could be dismissed from the group itself. So if you've got any questions, you can ask while we're going along. My colleague Sadi will be taking notes of these. And also, as I say, just you can ask questions while we're going along, and I'm sure Sadi can stop me or our colleagues to see if we can actually cover certain aspects of this. Just to let you know, there's going to be a survey that will go out straight after this. So please do take a few seconds out just to complete that survey for us. It just makes it better. So next time other people that are coming on board, we can provide a seamless service really. Or maybe we haven't covered something today on our session, whereas and with your feedback, we can do so for other people as well to benefit from this. Right. Well, the first thing I need to say to you is that many people might not be aware of what Microsoft Teams is about. It's just a modern workplace these days, unfortunately, because of the pandemic. We're all having, well, some of us are having to work from home, and engaging with you guys through video conferencing like this has become a regular thing for us now. So now with MS Teams, if you're using a phone, you can tap in the middle of the screen or just on anywhere on the screen, and it will come up with the options for a Teams menu. So there is a little speech bubble with a question mark. You can click on that, and then you'll take you to a point, just very much like WhatsApp or any other text social media aspects you may use. You can actually write your text in there, and we should be able to pick it up from this side. Okay, you can opt to stay anonymous when you publish it, so you don't have to obviously divulge your emails or anything at all like this. And if you're using a laptop, again, just move your cursor around and you'll have the same options there as well. Right, the meeting etiquette, as I just mentioned, please, I do understand it says use mute. So if you're on a meeting normally, but because you've got a link that you have to join from, you won't have that issue. And if you're concerned that, you need to voice across your volume mic, well, it wouldn't, because it's literally, we've given you option just to write in there. So as I say, please keep it interactive. As I say to you, it's a great session, and I'm hoping you can get the most out of this if you ask us questions. Right, I mentioned about the file play. Well, like I said to you, it won't be published in the general chat box until my colleagues have seen it and it's okay. So please, do keep it clean. If you do need to leave early, the video will be available for you in a day or two on our YouTube channel. Again, we will send the link out to you guys so you can view this again if you missed anything. As I've just mentioned as well, there is some technical difficulties my colleagues are having, even myself, especially today. Hopefully we can present to you with all the slides that we have, clearly on your screen. If there is any aspects, as I've just mentioned to you, you lose connection or you need to rejoin again, this video will be available for you. All right, on to review on the YouTube channel itself. And also, if you feel as though you need to leave early, you can always email us on YOG, which is yog@birmingham.gov.uk, or even our website address, which is www.birmingham.gov.uk/YPB sign up. Now, my colleagues will put this in the chat box for you as well. So if you need to make a note of it, they will put it on the text for you. So you just need to click and it'll take you there. Right. It's a new edition really, but it's been a month or so right now. So we do have a Youth Promise Plus bulletin or a blog page on our council website. We do update it very regularly, so you will see vacancies and any other welfare to work information that might be, important to yourself. We do put this on this side, so you can save it as a favorite if you want for future reference. So you've got the YouTube channel as well as the blog page as well for you to keep in touch with what we've got or what's happening around Birmingham and Solihull. Right, before we go any further, some of you may have joined us today because you want to find out about what opportunities you've got available in terms of jobs, in terms of training, and what can we do for you really. So first and foremost, I know it's Christmas. A lot of the employers do kind of close down at this current moment with recruitment aspect of it. Come January, it's very quiet as well. Well, we've got great opportunities still coming through. Apprenticeship opportunity. This is just one. I'm just giving you an example of document control apprenticeship. They always pay national living wage, not even just apprenticeship wage. I know it does say 16th of December on there, so I've extended this anyway with the employer. You can still join us, get in touch with us, and we can give you information regarding this vacancy. They'll be looking to interview people in January, and by end of January, hopefully they'll start you off. It's based in Brindley Place, which is not too far. It's in town, and as I say to yourself, obviously this employer that we've got on board, Balfour Beatty Vinci, it's one of the largest organizations you'll find when it comes to construction. They're looking after the HS2 program, so you can imagine how big they are. I just wanted to quickly mention about Netcom, who's providing training. Again, it's to do with the IT. There's some information there for you to take as well. So as I said, look, digital marketing, cloud computing, and like I said, the digital innovators as well will come on later on, which they'll talk about their own programs that they've got available. So please stick with us. And like I say to you, there's lots to get through anyway. Okay. Right, guys, just wanted to highlight something before we move on. HS2 is huge, obviously, like I said, it's going to go right across West Midlands. It's even going to be the next aspect, which is going to go all the way to Leeds up north. For the next 10 years, at least anyway, around Birmingham, there's many opportunities that are coming up through HS2 program, and they've got some partners that will be recruiting. I know at this current moment, the actual page has just gone live, so I just wanted to highlight this to yourself. So you can go to HS2 Careers Birmingham, and it'll bring you to this page. Now, I've looked at it myself, the vacancies that are high caliber at this current moment, but come the new year, Birmingham City Council also working alongside these guys to get all those little vacancies that are suitable for our candidates, whether you're starting at the bottom as an admin person or you've got something about yourself regarding construction, CSCS card, health and safety, like NEBOSH, for example. All these will go onto this website, so you'll be under one umbrella. Well, they call it one-stop job shop. Okay, Tara, thank you. If you can move on, please. Right, guys. Well, I sit in the Birmingham City Council work ready team for Youth Promise Plus. Youth Promise Plus is for anybody from the age of 15 to 29. So if you're a school leaver, you're not in education, you're not in employment or training, this program could support you to get back into training or employment. What we do in council, when I say work ready team, is literally just if you've got a CV that just needs slight tweaking, or you think you just need a little bit of support to get into work through interviews or job search, we can provide that for you. The holistic aspect of even getting into work, making sure that you're settled, especially during pandemic, we will look at the aspect of health and safety as well. So don't worry. And if you feel anxious, you can speak to us, and it is a voluntary provision itself. So seriously, drop a line and we can always call you or even email you, however you prefer. Okay, so as I mentioned, the things we can cover for yourself is on there. Now, staying safe, obviously, it's important. It's one of the, like I say, at this current moment, pandemic with terms of COVID-19. I know we're under tier 3, even London's going under tier 3 soon, I think, from the news I've just heard this morning. So look, we will be looking at all aspects. I mean, when you come on board and register onto Youth Promise Plus, we will review your circumstance. Okay, we will do an action plan, a bespoke action plan, something that obviously suits your lifestyle, and we will look at ways how we can support you to become job ready if you don't feel you're job ready. So as you can see, even when it comes to traveling, we've got Solihull Independent Travel Service, which I'll just talk about in a little while. Even when it comes to interviews, we can prepare you for that. I mean, these days, a lot of the employers are not doing face-to-face, it's virtual. I've just mentioned about Balfour Beatty Vinci. Well, they do virtual interviews through various social media platforms, as well as obviously MS Teams and Zoom and many others. And we can go through these with you if you're concerned about it. Thank you, Tara. Right, guys, I just mentioned about independent travel training. Well, our colleagues in Solihull, who, like I said to yourself, even if you live in Birmingham, for example, they can provide you with that support of overcoming issues or anxiety about traveling on public transport. Right now, we do have day savers we can provide for bus travel training. So in terms of yourself, you can talk to one of our colleagues like Amber, Anna, Vicky, or Sarah. And there's also Saeed in Solihull as well, who goes out securing jobs for people as well. So I know he hasn't got his photo on there, but again, these are the guys that can help you. I just thought I'll put that on there for you. So please get in touch with us and we can cover it. There is a job shop in Chelmsley Wood, which is North Solihull these days. Unfortunately, that is closed during pandemic, but we're hoping to open obviously as soon as it becomes suitable for us to go out there and support you guys out on the streets. And that means also, even for ourselves, we're taking social distancing into consideration. If need be, I can myself come out to you, give you travel tickets if you required once you're on our program and you're eligible, or if you need for us to give you that one-to-one support, we can even come out to your doorstep. All right. So please get in touch with us on the means of email or even our website as it's on there, and my colleagues will put it on the chat box for you as well. Thank you. Right, without further ado, I was just going to say we've got Better Pathways here. We'll be talking about mental health, and I'll let them take over for you. Okay. Hi, Monique.
Hi, Abdul. Thank you for the invite today. So our team here at Better Pathways are excited to be a part of the Youth Promise Plus project and to provide young people with wraparound mental health support. So when young people are working towards their education, employment and training aspirations, sometimes things can become difficult along this journey and they may need extra support and guidance. Our work as personal mental health champions involves providing support to young people to manage and cope effectively with their personal difficulties and overall well-being along their journey. Next slide, please, Tara. Thank you. So we are currently a team of 3 personal mental health champions. As a team, we are passionate about helping young people to develop coping strategies and to use self-help tools to support their mental health and promote positive change in their journey. Next slide, please, Tara. So how can we address barriers? So if a young person that we are working with experiences personal challenges around poor well-being, as a team, we'll help to address these barriers affecting training and work aspirations. So for instance, we can work on your sleep hygiene. So we've all had a bad day where we've experienced bad sleep and had no energy. This is one of the areas we could support you with by helping you to create a better sleep routine to get the best out of your working day. For example, getting to work on time and improving your concentration. We can also use behaviour activation to help you increase your motivation and confidence. So we know that things can become difficult and have been difficult due to COVID-19 and the lockdown. Some have found it hard to pursue career goals and complete different things such as applying for jobs and updating their CV. In addition, we can also help you to find coping strategies and complete relaxation exercises that aim to reduce feelings of stress and worry in relation to any work pressures such as an exam or an interview. So we try to work flexible in our approach so that we can tailor our support to the needs of each young person. And this will ensure that the intervention we deliver is effective in addressing specific barriers and improving your overall well-being. Next slide, please, Tara. So if you decide that you could benefit from our support, here is a visual diagram of what your journey could look like working together with us. So in the first meeting, we will spend time getting to learn more about you, your goals and your general well-being. To help with this, we'll create a personalised wellbeing action plan together so that we can see what you're working towards and agree on the steps to get there. We can review this plan every 4 weeks to track your progress, overcome challenges and work towards positive outcomes. Should you have any additional needs, we will ensure that you have access to additional all-round support with external organisations alongside our work with you. So once you and your personal mental health champion have agreed that your well-being has improved and you've gained effective skills to cope with your personal challenges, then you'll be guided back to your YPP support worker. And next slide, please, Tara. Right, if you just go back, sorry, I thought there was be an extra slide there. So hypothetically speaking, if you were to inform your support worker that you'd like to receive support from ourselves, they should contact the YPP inbox email. A member of our team will then be in contact to ask about non-sensitive information regarding your difficulties, and then the support worker takes the lead on arranging a three-way meeting with ourselves. This can be via WhatsApp or group call or Microsoft Teams. In this meeting, the personal mental health champion will be able to complete the referral form directly with you, and then following on from this three-way meeting, all future appointments will be one-to-one appointment sessions with yourself or with your parent if this was helpful for you in the first couple of appointments. So for young people then with severe mental health difficulties and are not able to currently work towards any education, work or training aspirations, we are still able to signpost to the right support for their needs. So although they may not be appropriate for our full wraparound support, we can still be proactive in supporting those young people. So essentially that was a quick snapshot of the support that we can offer young people. This will be alongside the great work the YPP family are currently doing in achieving education, work and training goals. So we look forward to hearing from the support workers who can make a referral to us on YPP using our email address, which is ypp@betterpathways.org.uk. We are currently working with young people and we're still taking on referrals. So the young people have commented that the support has been useful to them and that because they've had someone to talk to and that they've felt more positive about their journey during this difficult time. So once again, please do not hesitate to speak to your support worker if you feel that our services will be beneficial to you. Thank you, Abdul.
Thank you, Monique. That's great. As you can see, look, they're doing a superb job right now with helping our young people that are already on our program. So if you guys got any sort of queries regarding this, even before joining our program, seriously, drop us a line, and I'm sure like Monique and colleagues can always give you a little hints and tips of what you can do. Thank you very much, Monique. Thank you. I can go to the next slide. Right. We have Alison and Yasmin from DWP just going to discuss or to tell you about Kickstart, really, which is a great opportunity that's come about for people, young people, especially those who are looking to get back into work or get that little bit of training to impress an employer, really. So Alison, Yasmin. Hiya.
Hi Abdul, it's Yasmin here, and I'll do the presentation today, if that's okay.
Oh, great, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right, hello everyone, my name is Yasmin Khan. I work for the Department for Work and Pensions in the Employer and Partnership team. I'm currently working on a new programme called Kickstart. A lot of you out there may have heard of Kickstart. The Kickstart scheme is a 6-month paid job with a local employer which is funded by the government. It will provide fully funded opportunities for you to get experience of working for an employer. The details for the Kickstart scheme was announced by Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, this summer, and it's expected that this programme will offer thousands of job opportunities over the next few years. And to show their commitment to Kickstart, the government has set aside a £2 billion pot of money to fully fund these positions with businesses and employers across the UK. Jobs from the Kickstart scheme will be open to young people looking for work between the ages of 16 to 24 who are claiming universal credit and could be potentially at risk of long-term unemployment. So let me tell you a bit about how it actually works. Employers who want to take part in Kickstart will share the details of their job opportunities with the job centre. The work coaches in the job centre will be able to match their customer to these jobs. They will do this either in their work search review appointments, which could be on the phone or in some cases face to face, and also by sending details through the journal. Candidates, if they're interested, would need then to apply for the Kickstart opportunities, and if successful, will be invited by the employer for a job interview. So it'd be like a proper recruitment process. The employer would then select who they would like to take on. The government will fund these job opportunities for 6 months at the national minimum wage for 25 hours per week. They will also pay the associated employer national insurance contributions and any employer minimum automatic enrolment contributions. So what we hope is that by having this job opportunity, it will give young people some really valuable paid work experience. In addition to building confidence and skills, will make it possible for young people to move into work when the 6 months comes to an end. So if during these 6 months people find long-term work with another employer, we would see this as a great outcome, as it will hopefully have played its part in moving that young person forward. Ideally, if the employer wants to keep you on, you know, they've upskilled you, they've trained you, and they can offer you a job, you know, that would be a fantastic outcome for the individual. So once you're on the scheme, the employer, or what we call a Kickstart Gateway organisation, would also provide some ongoing support to the young person by offering mentoring support, developing the young person's employability skills, and also by helping the young person to understand the sector they are working in. So anyone who's interested in a job opportunity through Kickstart will need to have a good CV prepared, as the employer will want to see this. So it's really important that if you are interested in this, that you make sure that your CV is good to go, because the opportunities come on the system and it's almost send your CV in that, you know, by a certain date. So there's a very quick turnaround on these opportunities. If you haven't already, and I would recommend that you get someone to cast a critical eye over your CV. After all, in many ways, your CV is your passport into work, and there might be some changes that you could make to your CV, which could show all your skills, abilities and previous experience in a more positive way. You can also get your work coach in the job centre to help you with this, and any organisation involved in Youth Promise Plus to support you with your CVs. Additionally, and we work very closely with other partner organisations, you can contact National Career Service, and you can do this online by visiting nationalcareerservice.gov.uk or by booking a consultation by phoning them on 0121 296 5550 or by ringing 0800 100 900. I'm just going to repeat these details as I do think they're really important. So if anyone out there needs someone to look at their CV, needs their CV updating or needs a CV, contact National Career Service. So you can do that by going online at nationalcareers.service.gov.uk or booking a consultation by phoning them on 0121 296 5550 or 0800 0100 900. You can also find out more about the Kickstart scheme on gov.uk or at the Job Help site, and you'll be able to see some of these promotional materials relating to Kickstart on there. So if you just Google gov.uk and put Kickstart in the search box, or Google Job Help, which is one word, and look at the section on help for under 25s. So just a brief recap and to give you some key points again about Kickstart. It's 6 months paid job opportunity for 16 to 24-year-olds, which the government is providing the funding for. You can access these job opportunities if you're claiming universal credit. You'll be referred to the opportunities through your work coach, who will talk to you about the range of Kickstart job available and send the details through your online journal. You need to apply for the opportunities and will be invited to attend an interview. It's also worth mentioning that you can apply for more than one job at a time. And the first 6-month cohort, so the first jobs that started for 6 months, started November this year, and it's expected that the scheme will run until summer of 2022. So the last 6 months cohort that will start will be next November 2021. In other words, if you don't have the opportunity to get on the scheme now, there's still opportunities that are constantly coming up. Okay, you need to get your CV ready, and I've given you some signpostings of where you can get help with regards to your CV from National Careers. We've had a considerable amount of interest from employers already who are keen to employ young people through the Kickstart scheme, and they're offering a range of jobs, so keep in contact with your work coach and look out for these opportunities. I work on the Kickstart team, and we've actually been inundated by sort of like inquiries from potential employers, and we've got a number of job opportunities on the system at the moment. So every day we go on the system, there's new job opportunities from small companies to large employers, so there are a number of opportunities available. So if anyone's interested, or if anyone feels that they need some support even to get to the stage where they need preparation or support with their CV or interview techniques, speak to your work coach, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you or signpost you in the right direction. So that's about it from me. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time. Thank you. Thank you, Abdul.
Oh, Yasmin, thank you very much again.
No, you're welcome.
For being so informative. Thank you. Well, like I said, need I say more about this opportunity that's available to you guys? But seriously, the employers are out there waiting for you guys to, put your CV across. And again, Yasmin mentioned about National Career Service. We've got us as well. This is the reason you're here today. I'm sure many of you may have come through your work coaches, referring you to this event today that we have. And look, if you feel as though you're not job ready, we have got Princess Trust that's coming on board to tell you about how they can support you as well. But again, I know Yasmin mentioned about the National Career Service contact details. Here's our details as well, just in case you need some more information regarding on how you can join us and how we can help you as well. Again, we can work side by side with the Job Centre, with the National Career Service. This is what I'm trying to say to you. With Youth Promise Plus, you will not get so many partners and so many support provisions available under one umbrella. Okay, this is just a little bit that we're going to talk about today, but there's many other aspects to it as well. Okay, so I'm not going to delay any further. I've got Saab, one of our colleagues from Princess Trust, that's here. Hi Saab, you all right?
Hi Abdul, yeah, good, thanks. So hi everyone, my name's Sabs, I'm here from the Princess Trust, again a partner of Youth Promise Plus. So just a bit about the Princess Trust. So we're a leading UK youth charity set up by Prince Charles, and we work to support young people at different stages to create opportunities and support them into their next steps. And this could be through courses, mentoring, different support, just to help reach your potential, really. So yeah, we work with young people between the ages of 11 to 30. So we do some work in schools as well. But yeah, just gonna kind of go through some of our core programs. But before I do, we've got our coronavirus support hub. So if you go onto our website, you can just, the link is there, but just type in Princess Trust into Google as well. So we've got a lot of information about the Princess Trust, about some of our programs. You can also find out what's going on in your local area through there. But also we've got our really good coronavirus support hub. So there's a lot of free resources there. You can find out more about different things. There's a jobs board, things about professional skills, business tools and employability, so different resources, and there's no strings attached, so yeah, definitely go and take a look. So yeah, just going to go through a bit about some of our core programs and then about programs we've got coming up in January. So just to give you a bit of information, we run weekly welcome sessions, so you can sign up either at the end or through our website or our customer service team, where you can hear more about the upcoming programmes and support accessible to you. So in Birmingham or Solihull, that would be. And yeah, those run weekly. We also got our enterprise programme, and that's for young people interested in setting up their own business. Might have kind of a business plan already, want to become self-employed. So there's an information session and then a programme about 3 days, which is currently running virtually. And yeah, if you are interested after that, you'll be assigned a business mentor to support you into your next steps. We've got our Virtual Explore programme. So these currently are again online, but a mix between employability and personal development sessions. So they run usually 2 to 3 times a week and cover things. The employability sessions would cover things such as CV and cover letters, transferable skills, interview skills, and the personal and social development would cover things such as motivation methods, resilience, looking at what is success. Obviously, those are just a couple to give you a bit more of an idea, but you can attend those sessions. Also, we say that kind of support works well with one-to-one. So anything that you need to work on, whether it's you need to have a go at writing a cover letter or something you haven't done before, you can pick that up in a one-to-one session with your kind of designated youth worker here at the Prince's Trust. And yeah, during that one-to-one support, you can also discuss support with any applications, support actually finding opportunities, signposting you to those. So yeah, we've also got our Get Started programs, and these are shorter kind of programs to try something new, develop new skills, meet new people virtually at the moment. So recently we've kind of had Get Started with creative thinking, Get Started with music. We've actually got a Get Started in photography coming up in January. So this one's actually a 2-week program. So starts on the 18th of January, but there is a taste day just to see if it's a right fit for you, you're interested, and to get you signed up on the 13th of Jan. Yeah, so just all about that program. Allows you to develop creativity and share your ideas, understand kind of how to use light, contrasts and colour, and gain an insight into a career in photography. We've also got our development awards. So these are kind of funding to help support you into employment, education or training. So for example, you might have a job offer and you might need support getting there. So we can offer financial support. For example, we can pay for travel up until you get your first paycheck. We can support with any kind of smartware equipment needed. And you don't actually need to be signed up to the Prince's Trust. So if you've got kind of any family or friends as well, something that might be interested or supported in, definitely kind of consider those. We've also got mentoring particularly for our graduates. So we've got a wide range of kind of volunteers with a wealth of knowledge really there to provide one-to-one support. And it's a 6-month commitment, but really just there to support you into your next steps and boost your employability skills along the way. Also coming up, we've got our Get Started with Health and Social Care programme in January. So that's running at the end of January, so the 26th to the 28th. And it's a 3-day virtual programme. So for anyone interested in working within a clinical setting but outside of the NHS, so you'll gain kind of valuable skills to work in the health and social care sector, learn about values-based recruitments, boost your confidence and communication skills, and you can also receive support, follow-up support for up to 6 months after the programme. And yeah, that's all running virtually as well. And then finally, we've got our hospital services programme. So that's running from the 19th of January. Sorry, from the 25th of January to the 19th of March with a taster day on the 19th of January. So for anyone kind of interested in a career within the NHS, this would be ideal for you. It's 8 weeks, so it's 1 week full-time and then 7 weeks part-time, and it's a mixture of face-to-face and virtual kind of support there. There's an infection control qualification which you'll work towards, and just a chance for you to learn new skills, boost your employability, and you'll receive training on NHS applications, and you'll also receive kind of follow-up support afterwards. So yeah, that's kind of everything from me. I know that's been kind of a lot of information about the upcoming programs, but if you are interested, as I kind of said, either email the YOG email after this, take a look on our website. But yeah, welcome session would be a good way for you guys to hear more about us too. Thanks, Abdul.
Thank you, Saab. Like I said to you, as I said, thank you for covering everything that we can do through Prince's Trust, through Youth Promise Plus, as well as the NHS clinical roles that they've got available as well. Just to let you know, it is full for the employability courses that's going to happen from January onwards, but they will be having a further intake as well. So again, get in touch with us. There's some great provisions with them as well. Marshalling, administrative work from back of the office to, you know, welcoming people in. And there's about 5 venues around Birmingham that will be holding these vaccine programs, sessions where people will be coming along, and it will be busy. Sorry, they've already started working in various sites as well at this current moment. Okay, so again, get in touch with us and we can tell you a bit more about it. Right, we've got digital innovators on board. Hiya, Chris, you all right? We've got Christine as well and Pete. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Right, I'm going to let you guys carry on with this now then. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Abdul. So hi, everyone. My name is Peter Cripps from Digital Innovators. We are a training provider based in Solihull who are working with the West Midlands Combined Authority on training young people 18 to 25. We have an 11-week program, so 13 weeks there, it's an 11-week program. And basically, we focus on teaching the skills, transferable skills we believe employers really need. So we focus on things like digital tools, design thinking, comms and collaboration skills, leadership. We've got a great session we do on negotiation skills, project management. That's just an example, a flavour of some of those skills. We teach these through two main methods. We have a short online coaching session for 2.5 weeks. That's full time, 2.5 weeks. But our key thing, if you like, is we do an 8-week project by working with local employers to bring the experience of working in a job to students on our program. So they get together in small project teams and they work on a project that an employer has provided us. Now these are real projects, it's work employers really do want, and they work with the employers and mentors from Digital Innovators to deliver something of value to the employer. So they're going to get real experience of working in a work environment and using some of the skills that we've given to them during the online formal training. Rather than tell you any more about what we do, there's a couple of people who've been on the course. We've got Chris and we've got Christine, who will just take you through a little bit about the course. Over to you, Chris.
Hi everyone, thanks Pete. I'm Chris Kennedy, I'm 19 years old and I'm currently employed through Digital Innovators as a junior project manager apprentice. So I started back when I was 17 when I first joined the course, and essentially at the time I went through the 4-week placement gateway that we like to call it, and I'll be honest, I was completely done with any sort of course education kind of thing. I didn't like sitting in front of a screen or sitting in front of, you know, a whiteboard and seeing people talk for hours and then just writing things down. But actually, when we got into the skills side of things, it was completely different. So we did a lot of hands-on activities, a lot of, you know, different games, activities, and it was just really fun all around. And at the same time, because I was having fun, I was actually learning quite a bit on the actual course. So essentially, after this placement gateway, I went on to do my first project, which was a software implementation project, essentially, with a college. Now, this sort of fell through. However, we did quite a bit of work on it, and a lot of the experience that we gained, the skills that we gained, and also, the contacts that we gained could be used in the second project, which was coming up. Which it proves that just because something might go bad at the start doesn't mean that it's everything's lost. You can still gain a lot of really practical and useful experience out of that. So the second project I did, which is probably the most important one, was the Comrade Challenge. So essentially, we were entered into a sort of competition where we had to create what they like to call the classroom of the future. Now, when they gave us that prompt, we weren't given anything else. They just asked us to make the classroom of the future, and that's it. Which at the start seemed sort of confusing, but actually it was, limitless. We could do whatever we wanted. So to cut a long story short, we did a lot of paperwork on the actual project, a lot of pitch videos and presentations, and eventually we actually got all the way up to the semi-finals of the project, where we got to present this this classroom that we'd made with a working prototype at the actual Excel Centre in London for the BET show. So a big, I think it's the Europe's biggest education show. It was a really big experience for us because, with Digital Innovators, we had this push to use our skills to get us into places that had really high up contacts. So the people that we were presenting to were, people and, C-suite people from Google, Microsoft, Smart, the company who make the whiteboards, just a lot of very high up people that got to see what we were making, which, it was really just an amazing experience. And so after that, essentially what happened was I got employed by Digital Innovators as an apprentice junior project manager. And I'm currently doing a course on project management. And I've been working there now for around about a year and a bit, I think, Pete. I'm not 100%. Time sort of flies when you're having fun.
There we go, I think, Chris, yeah.
Yeah. But I think the one thing I'd say from this is the amount of practical experience and experience in general that you'll get from this. It's 100% worth a try. So even if you're not sure you might like it, there's nothing stopping you from signing up, taking part in a few things, and then if you don't feel like it, we're not gonna hold you. We're not gonna hold you there. You tell us and we'll go. That's completely fine. So yeah. Thanks a lot. I think over to Christine.
Hello, my name is Christine. I recently finished the program. So I work alongside with West Midlands Combined Authority and Birmingham City Council. And what our project proposal is to get more people into skills programs. So skills programs like Digital Innovators, Tech Talent Academy. And what we did was we evaluate and research about the problems they were having and came up with some solutions and how to better communicate with different stakeholders. So these are training providers, the government themselves, as well as the employers. And after we did the proposal, we have some great feedbacks from the WMCA and BCC, and we were actually given another opportunity to present to a wider audience. So in conclusion, my main takeaway on the program is that I learned how to better communicate, especially working with a team, as well as working with real businesses and the government themselves, and what things that makes different for youths. Yeah, that's all for me.
Just right there. Okay, thanks, Christine. Thanks, Chris. So just to be clear, Christine was on our course that we ran just finished last week. That's the 18 to 25-year-olds course, which is funded by the West Midlands Combined Authority. So there's no charge for people coming on that course. That was the 12-week, 11-week course, and Chris was on our college course, which was is run for 16 to 18-year-olds. So thanks both of them for giving us insight into what they did. So we are taking on students now for our programme beginning on the 25th of January next year. So look forward to meeting new people then. If you want more information, there'll be an email at the end of this, I think, email address, info@digitalinnovators.co.uk. We've got a flyer we can send out with more information and more links. And so, yeah, get in touch if you're interested in coming on the programme. Thanks very much, everyone. Thanks, Abdul.
Well, we're going to do now, obviously, I'm hoping our colleague Sadia and Kuldeep have got a few questions for our partners and colleagues that have joined us today, or even for myself. So, sorry, Sadia, can you hear me, Kuldeep?
Hi, Abdul. Yeah, I can hear you. Hello. We have had a couple of questions that have come through, but I think the generally is to everybody. It's just them asking because obviously it's just before Christmas now. For Kickstart as well, if people were to get in touch now, will they just be contacted in January once everything's back up and running? So I think that's on Yasmin.
Can I answer that for Kickstart?
Yeah.
If you, if anyone out there is interested, contact your work coach today. They can actually tell you more information about Kickstart, tell you if you're eligible for Kickstart. Obviously, you've got to be aged between 16 and 24 and be claiming universal credit. They'll be able to go through the opportunities actually on the system. I'm just trying to think. Yesterday, I think we had about 26 opportunities, and they vary from things like administration, care, sort of very hands-on jobs, sort of vehicle preparation, construction jobs. So there's a wide variety of job opportunities on there at the moment. If you contact your work coach today, they'll tell you what's available, and whatever you're interested in, they'll tell you how you apply, what the referral process is. And there's no reason for you to wait till January. You can do it today, tomorrow, whenever you get a chance. No
Okay,
problem.
that's great, Yasmin.
Okay.
I've also got one for Prince's Trust. Again, some of the courses that Saab discussed, they just want to know, is anything starting now, or is there going to be a start date for next year?
So yeah, I mean, if like they were interested now, they could attend kind of a welcome session. So as soon as you either get referred to us, or contact our customer service team, whichever way you do it, you'll be booked on. So we're actually running up until the 24th of December. So you'll be able to speak to someone before then, discuss kind of what options, what you're interested in. You'll get a bit more of an insight. Yeah, a lot of our programs do kind of have start dates in January, but if you were interested and there was something you needed to work on or to discuss before then, you would be able to do so in that kind of welcome call or session.
Okay, thanks for that, Saab. And also Digital Innovators, someone's just asked when the next start date would be for them courses.
Yes. 2 seconds, sorry. So I think it should be sometime in January, but I can just double check that with Pete.
I think what he mentioned was the next course starting on 25th of January, isn't it? That's what I got from this. So there is a course.
Should be right, yeah. I'll double check that with Pete, but yeah, as well, guys, any questions or anything like that, send it info@digitalinnovators.co.uk, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
That's great, Chris. Generally, those were the questions. I think just because of how close we are to Christmas, I think people just want to know from everyone who we've had on today, just when they can kind of get in touch. But thank you for everyone giving their information, really.
No, thank you very much. Well, like I said, I'm sure even Monique, who's there, still waiting on Better Pathways. I'm sure we've got a lot of questions for her too, for Better Pathways. Like I said, to do with the mental health aspect of the issues that you might be concerned about going out there. Just not even just going to work or training. It could be literally using public transport, as I mentioned as well. And we can help you with the whole holistic aspect of issues that you might be concerned about and worried about at this present moment. So thank you to all our colleagues and partners who have joined us, and like I said, thank you again, Sadia and Kuldip, and Tara especially, who's obviously operating the slides. I know we've had some issues earlier today regarding the network, but we've done it successfully. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdul. That's super. And I'd just like to say on behalf of Youth Promise Plus, our staff are in the office pretty much all over Christmas, apart from bank holidays. So, and Abdul pointed out earlier in the presentation, there are jobs available right now, including the ones that he features at the start. So get in touch with us on YPP.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a great
Thanks,
festive
Abdul.
holidays.
Thank you,
We'll
Tara.
see you next year.
Thanks, guys.
Soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Just a last minute thing as well. Again, I will put the email address up for you as well, Tara. So if you can go to the next slide, and I'm sure my colleagues have already done so with our contact details in the chat box itself. So like I said, so listen, guys, get in touch with us even now so we can work with you over the Christmas festive holidays, and hopefully come January time we can give you those opportunities that we've got available for you, which we discussed today as well. And there'll be many others that are coming up again. Okay, and like Tara just mentioned, we are working over Christmas at the City Council, and I'm sure the Job Centre as well, other than the bank holidays that are there for you. Thank you. And don't forget to complete that survey, as I mentioned earlier, which will be out straight after this. And we will also put this video on the YouTube channel itself. Again, we will send those links out to you. All right. So have a great time, guys, over the holidays, and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.